Your cat just knocked your full glass of water off the table. Not by accident, you watched it happen. They looked at you first, made direct eye contact, then slowly, deliberately, with the energy of someone who has absolutely nothing to lose, they pushed it off with one paw. Water everywhere. And now, 20 minutes later, your cat walks back into the room, sits down 2 feet away from you, and just stares at you. Here's the question. Is that an apology? Is your cat sorry? Do cats even experience guilt the way you do? That sinking, stomach-dropping feeling that makes you want to fix something? Because here's what nobody tells you. Cats do not apologize the way humans do. They never will. But that doesn't mean they don't apologize at all. They just do it in a language so subtle, so wrapped in feline dignity, that most owners miss it completely and then spend years believing their cat doesn't care about them. Your cat cares. They just refuse to grovel. And honestly, once you understand their version of sorry, you might respect it more than a regular apology. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what a cat apology looks like. We're going 7 behaviors deep, all backed by actual animal behavior science, and we're going to answer the real question underneath all of this. Do cats actually feel remorse? The answer is more complicated than yes or no, and way more interesting. Let's get into it. Number 1, the science behind this. Here's what we know from behavioral research. Cats are not pack animals. Dogs grew in social hierarchies where maintaining group harmony was literally a survival skill. Apologizing, submitting, making peace, all of that is baked into their DNA because a dog that couldn't repair relationships got kicked out of the pack and died. Cats, they grow up mostly as solitary hunters. For thousands of years, the only relationships that mattered were territorial ones. There was no pack to apologize to. There was just your space, my space, and the prey between us. So when your cat does something that damages your relationship with them, their brain is not running the "I must fix this now" software a dog runs. It's running something older, quieter, and far more indirect. Think of it like this. A dog apologizes like a golden retriever at a party, big, obvious, tail wagging, falling over themselves to make it right. A cat apologizes like a British aristocrat at a dinner party. They will never directly acknowledge the incident, but they will quietly refill your glass and position themselves slightly closer to you for the rest of the evening. Same intention, completely different execution. And once you stop expecting the golden retriever version from your cat, you'll start seeing apologies everywhere. Number 2, the slow blink. If your cat has ever narrowed their eyes and blinked at you, slowly, like they're sleepy but they're not sleepy, you have been handed one of the rarest gestures in feline communication. Cats use the slow blink as a positive emotional signal toward humans, and that humans who slow blink back increase the cat's willingness to approach them. It is the closest thing cats have to a smile. But here's the part people miss. After a conflict, the slow blink is also an olive branch. Your cat is not smiling at you randomly. In the context of a recent incident, the knocked over glass, the scratch they shouldn't have given, the 3 a.m. walking on your face situation, a slow blink directed at you is them saying, "We're okay. I'm not a threat to you. Please stop being weird about it." It is a de-escalation. It is a ceasefire. It is, in every functional sense, an apology, just delivered with the emotional restraint of someone who has never once apologized in their life and isn't about to start now. Number 3, the sudden, unprompted head rub. Your cat scratched you. You reacted, tension happened, and then, a little while later, your cat walks directly up to you and headbutts your hand, leg, or face. This is not coincidence. This is not your cat being randomly affectionate on their own schedule. Cats have scent glands on their foreheads and cheeks. When they rub these on you, they are marking you with their scent, which in cat language means "you are mine and I am yours." It is the highest form of feline endorsement. After a conflict, doing this is the cat equivalent of showing up at someone's door with flowers, except the flowers are invisible, smell like cat, and the cat will absolutely never admit that's what's happening. Take it. It's an apology. A good one. Number 4, The peace offering. If your cat has ever dropped a toy, a sock, or brace yourself, something formerly alive at your feet, and you've responded with pure horror, I have news for you. You just rejected a peace offering. Cats bring gifts to the people and animals they feel responsible for. It's a behavior rooted in how mother cats provision their kittens. When your cat brings you something, they have made a choice to share one of their resources with you. In the aftermath of conflict, this is not random. This is repair. Yes, it's sometimes a dead mouse. Yes, that's disgusting. But from your cat's perspective, they just handed you something genuinely valuable because they want things to be right between you again. The appropriate response is not screaming. The appropriate response is acknowledging it calmly because your cat is watching, and your reaction determines whether they think the apology landed. We break down cat gift-giving behavior in its own dedicated video on this channel, and it goes places you will not expect. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you catch that one when it drops. It's the kind of video that completely changes how you look at your cat, which is apparently what we do here every week. Number 5. Proximity without demand. This is the most misread apology behavior in the entire feline vocabulary, and it is so easy to miss that most cat owners have seen it 100 times and never registered it as anything meaningful. After a conflict, your cat may not come and rub on you, bring you gifts, or make eye contact. Instead, they just appear nearby, not touching you, not asking for anything, just in the room, a few feet away, present. In cat language, proximity is trust. Cats do not sit near things that make them feel unsafe. The fact that your cat has chosen to be in your space voluntarily after tension between you, that is them voting with their location that the relationship is still intact. Think of it like a friend who had an argument with you and then shows up to the same event without making it weird. Nobody talks about it, but they came. That's the statement. Your cat came. That's the apology. Number 6. The grooming gesture. If your cat licks you, especially your hand, arm, or hair after a rough moment between you two, stop what you're doing and pay attention, because this one is rare and it means a lot. Cats groom the animals and people they are bonded to. It's called allo-grooming, and in a multi-cat household, it's how cats maintain social bonds with the specific individuals they've chosen to be close to. It is intimate. It is deliberate. It is not done casually. When your cat licks you post-conflict, they are not cleaning you. You are not dirty enough to require their intervention, and they know it. They are bonding with you. They are using the most personal tool in their social repertoire to close the gap that opened between you. That is not a small thing. That is a cat deciding, after whatever just happened, that the relationship is worth more than their pride. And for a cat, that is a very close race. Number 7. When they actually feel guilty. The truth is that cats do not experience guilt the way you do. Guilt, as humans experience it, requires the ability to mentally time travel, to replay a past action, compare it to a moral standard, and feel bad about the gap. That's a cognitively complex operation, and the current evidence doesn't support that cats run that full program. What cats do experience, and this is well supported, is social tension. They register conflict. They feel the shift in the relational energy between you and them. They notice when you're cold toward them, when your body language has changed, when the warmth that's usually there is gone. And then they do something about it. Not because they're running a moral calculation, but because your warmth and safety matter to them, and they want it back. Is that guilt? Maybe not by the textbook definition, but it's also not nothing. It's a creature that notices it hurt you and takes action to fix it. In a world where plenty of humans can't even manage that, your cat's version of sorry is actually pretty impressive. If this is the kind of deep dive content you didn't know you needed, this channel does this every week. Subscribe right now. Turn on notifications and make sure you never miss one. Your cat has been trying to communicate with you this whole time. We're just here to help you hear it. Here's the thing about cats. They will never meet you where you are emotionally. They will never drop to their knees, look up at you with big wet eyes, and beg forgiveness. That is not in their wiring, and it never will be. But they will blink slowly at you from across the room. They will walk over and press their forehead against yours. They will drop a toy at your feet and look at you like they've just handed you the moon. They will sit close enough to touch, but far enough to keep their dignity. That is the apology. That is all of it. And once you know that, once you stop waiting for your cat to apologize in a language they don't speak, you'll realize they've been saying sorry in their own language this whole time. You just finally know how to listen. Share this video with someone who thinks their cat doesn't care about them. They're wrong. Now they can prove it.